Good afternoon and welcome to the live weekly review session. I'm afraid most of the guys weren't available for this afternoon, so I've decided to do it in video format. I was in there waiting, but I'm afraid no one managed to make it. Myself and Mike were sitting there waiting, never mind. Let's start with the beginning of the week and what we did on the first trade of the week, which came from dollar Swiss, and the trade was, as you'll probably see from this chart, the trade was a short down through this level at 104.73 through the daily pivot, as you can see, expecting the baby silver cross to push in. We had some very nice immediate price action before she decided to punch back through. This was a bit unfortunate, I feel, because we did get a break of the lows. Stocks were high at the time, and it looked like a great little trade pushing down to the south. It was taken at 1%, and we saw her pushing back. Obviously, everything was still in line, i.e. 4 hourly 20 above the hourly 20 below the daily pivot. So it all looked good for a play to the south. Sadly, just one of those ones just went wrong. The next trade came the day later, and you can see this little position here pull back onto this level here at around 105.30. And we went long on this break of the resistance, so you can see downward sloping resistance line, long here, stop below at 105, and we closed that out just as it started to break back down with a 0.3% loss. Moving on to the next trade of the week, it was Aussie dollar, and if I put this on an hourly chart, you'll see very clearly the trade was taken here at 87.61 was the break we took. 87.51. 61 was the break we took back up through these averages with a stop below at 87.10. Okay. Once we got into this position, we were looking for a move towards these highs, previous highs, and we ended up closing our position out up at a 2% profit mark. Moved on then into the next trade, which came from euro dollar. And euro dollar was a very nice little position actually, and it was short through these lows at 128.72 with a stop just above the highs at 15. Again, a 1% trade because we're still in the middle of the summer, and again a 2% profit, closed out down here at 128.12. Another nice 2%. Walked away from the market, let it walk, and then got trapped into rather a cheeky little trade. We were looking, as you'll probably see from this chart, major silver cross back up on CAD yen off the lower support, break of the resistance, pull back into it to go long at around 88.30, stop below the 61 pen at 82.70, 1% trade again, and obviously Ben Bernanke did us no favours that evening and pushed the market down, and you can see today she's recovered and now looks like she's going to break back through that daily 20 to test that 86 level. I'll be reassessing this as of Monday morning for another position, but again a 1% loss there. Then finally was an Aussie dollar, very very cheeky trade, and sadly she didn't pay off. Major silver cross to the south, everything was crossing down. See, she uncrossed herself afterwards, but we got in on this entry here through 87.61. And of course the market powered against us. Sad about that one, but there we go, that's life, and that was another 1% loss. We then had one on sterling, coming from the all singing and dancing Mystic Mike, and we had a short through 152.63 with a 45 point stop and closed out with 100 points profit, so 2% taken there from Mike. There was a second trade posted here. It did go, but we failed to get into it just because of the market spike, so we avoided that again. Second trade was taken, I believe, let me check. Was taken last night. You can see she pulled back up to the highs. There was every possibility that she was going to fall off again at this resistance. We took a short position, Mike did. It was closed at break even. Now this morning he was very clever, put on an order just above, as you can see this little channel I put on, at 153.05, stop loss just below, and again another 2% trade. We're still holding 50%, so we don't know what the final figure will be on this one, but that takes overall to around a 5% week so far. We'll have to keep up to date with any further positions, and we'll see what we do. There was one further position here, I believe, from 151.89 long, targeting the highs, and again another 1% trade on that. So actually it takes us to around a 6% week. Hats off to Mike, some great trading this week. Got a very good strategy for range bound markets, I see, and I very much look forward to playing with it and seeing how it builds forward into the next couple of weeks. So Mike, well done to you, sir. It seems to be very, very successful, this little system for cable. Having a look across the other pairs, it seems to be doing a nice job there too. So we'll keep you up to date with that. Mike will be doing a session next week, and I will keep you up to date when he does that. Okay? Have a great weekend, guys, and enjoy the sun. I hope you've all got it out there, and I will speak to you on Monday morning as per usual.